Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Learn English Through Story. Are you ready to hear something heartwarming today? Imagine a busy hospital, a kind nurse, and an old man with a special story. What will happen? Will there be smiles or surprises? Stick with us to find out. Let's jump right into the adventure. Lily is a nurse who works in a big hospital. Every day, she wears her white uniform, ties her hair back, and walks through the long hallways with a smile. She loves her job because she helps people feel better. This morning, Lily has a new patient to take care of, an old man named Mr. James. He's 80 years old, with white hair and a quiet voice. He's in room 12, lying in a bed near a window. Lily knocks on the door and steps inside. "Good morning, Mr. James. I'm Lily, your nurse today," she says cheerfully. Mr. James looks at her and nods slowly. "Good morning," he whispers. Lily checks his chart. Mr. James has a cough and feels weak, so he needs medicine and rest. She brings him a glass of water and a small pill. "Here, this will help your cough," she says. Mr. James takes the pill and drinks the water. "Thank you, young lady," he says softly. Lily smiles and pulls a chair closer to his bed. "How are you feeling today?" she asks. Mr. James sighs. "I'm tired. My legs don't work like they used to, and I miss my garden," he replies. Lily listens carefully. "Tell me about your garden," she says, hoping to cheer him up. Mr. James's eyes light up a little. "Oh, I have roses, red ones and yellow ones, and a big apple tree. I used to sit under it with my dog, Max," he says. Lily nods. "That sounds beautiful. I love roses too," she tells him. She adjusts his blanket to keep him warm and checks his temperature with a thermometer. "Your fever is going down. That's good news," she says. Mr. James smiles weakly. "You're kind, Lily. Not every nurse sits and talks like this," he says. Lily laughs. "Well, I think stories make people feel better, not just medicine." The next day, Lily brings Mr. James a surprise. She walks into room 12, holding a small flower pot with a tiny rose plant. "Look what I found for you," she says, placing it on the table next to his bed. Mr. James stares at it, surprised. "A rose? For me?" he asks. "Yes, it's not your garden, but maybe it will remind you of home," Lily replies. Mr. James reaches out with shaky hands and touches the leaves. "Thank you, Lily. This means a lot," he says, his voice breaking a little. Lily feels happy seeing him smile. Later that week, Mr. James starts to feel stronger. Lily helps him sit up in bed and even walk a few steps with a walker. "You're doing great, Mr. James," she says as he moves slowly across the room. "It's because of you," he replies. One afternoon, Lily brings him a cup of tea, his favorite drink. They sit together by the window, looking at the tiny rose plant. "You know," Mr. James says, "when I leave this hospital, I'll plant more roses. And I'll name one after you. Lily's rose." Lily blushes and laughs. "I'd love that," she says. Days pass, and Mr. James gets better. His cough is gone, and he can walk a little more each day. One morning, Lily comes to room 12 with a clipboard. "Mr. James, the doctor says you can go home tomorrow," she tells him. Mr. James smiles bigger than ever. "Home to my garden and my apple tree," he says happily. "But I'll miss you, Lily." Lily smiles back. "I'll miss you too. Promise me you'll take care of that rose plant," she says. Mr. James nods. "I promise," he replies. They shake hands, and Lily feels proud of her work. And that's the story of Lily and Mr. James. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe for more stories like this. See you next time.